everybody. This is Christine Schiavone, and our show is Spiritual Exploration. Tonight, I have the person that everybody waits all year to see, Deborah Rose, who is going to give us all the predictions for 2024. She squeezed it into 1 hour this year. Last year we had 2 different parts, but this year we had to squeeze it into 1 hour because of time restrictions. But you'll get a lot of information, I'm sure. She's going to hit every single sign, including the sign for our country at the end of the show, if anybody's interested in what to expect for the country next year. In the meantime, I'm going to turn you over to Deborah, and I'm not going to speak another word because she needs all the time to give you all the information that she has to give you. And at some point, I might even disappear. We'll see. But I'm going to be sitting here writing in the meantime anyway. Okay, so take it away, Deborah. And everybody, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very happy, healthy, prosperous New Year. Take care. Take it over.
To George. Thanks, Chris. It's good to be back. Hi, everybody. Here we go. Thank you for all of your comments throughout the year. I'm glad you're enjoying the show so much. So here we go again. Because of time, again, we're going to get going. So predictions, astrological predictions for 2024. Here we are. So we're going to start, of course, with our first sign, Aries. Boy, this is going to be a really active year, Aries. So many of you have had life-changing happenings over the past couple of years. And this is due to the eclipses and the transits. Well, the Aries Libra cycle wraps up this year, meaning on April 8th, you're going to have a total solar eclipse, 19 degrees and 24 minutes. It'll last 4 minutes and 28 seconds. Its partner is a lunar eclipse, and that happens on March 25th in the opposite sign of Libra, 5 degrees, 7 minutes. So all people with cardinal signs will feel a little bit of this influence. Cardinal signs are going to be Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. And Cancer's sitting right here, and I went blank.
Cancer and Capricorn.
Yeah, there you go. So Aries, you're working on renewal and freedom, independence, and these eclipses are just going to encourage you forward. The March 25th eclipse, which is going to be the first one in 2024, has the moon in Libra. It's going to be opposing Aries. So it pushes you to be aware of others. It's an emotional time. You're seeking balance. You're reminding yourself to be assertive, but also gracious, kind, negotiate, compromise. Both eclipses can be emotional, but this one is pretty strong. Aries, we call them kind of like the hotheads, too. Sometimes you fire off or something hits your mind so quickly that you don't realize that other people could be hurt or offended by what you say or do or how quickly you do it. So this asks you to compromise a little bit and don't be so kind of off the cuff and thinking about yourself. So Aries is trying to build new work, new life, new money. Oh my goodness, they're all trying to make new money. Rebuilding. On January 1st, that Mercury turns direct in your solar 9th house, and this is going to allow for travel, rest, renewal, and then going after your goals all over again. Jupiter's still in your solar 2nd house of money, self-worth, values, and is helping you financially and empowering your entrepreneurial skills. And we know Aries is one of the entrepreneurial signs. Aries, born between March 26th and April 1st, they're going to feel the full power of this eclipse. On May 25th, you're going to have that Jupiter make its way into Gemini. You have it right now in your 1st house, but when we hit, May 25th, it's going to start enhancing relationship with neighbors, siblings, and spotlighting your communication skills, or lack of. So you're going to have to work on that. Saturn and Neptune in your solar 12th house. Well, Neptune increases your intuition, but it also promotes addiction. Now, addiction doesn't have to be substance, it can be thought related also. So there are people that think in sort of cycles. They tend to obsess, or they can't get out of their own way. They're trying to solve a problem, and it doesn't quite happen. Why? Because they can't recognize that if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. They make excuses. Aries can say, well, no, it wasn't me. So if there's no accountability, there's no change. So that's something that you've got to watch, Aries. Because of some of these planets, you will have some new emotional awakenings, which are sorely needed at this time. It's time for you to also to heal a little bit and rebuild your health. There have been problems with health, job, employment, and misunderstandings in love or with loved ones. Losses here are possible because Saturn goes backwards from June 29th through November 15th, and it will create confusion, delays, and miscommunication. If you are not accountable in life, this is when you could have permanent losses. People get tired of putting up with the same old stuff, opportunities move on, things move away from you. So it's a little bit of a wake-up year, too. What I was saying about the general solar charts is what you put in this year, you're going to get out. Each sign in a different way, of course, but that is something to think about this year. Pluto's been pushing at you since 2008, and it's going to move into Aquarius January 20th, 2025. So you're going to do your last dance with the Great Transformer. Now, it's only going to stay there for a few months. Pluto's going to give us a taste of Aquarius, and then it's going to go back into Capricorn until I think it's November 15th. So new emotional awakenings about you, how you respond to relationships, how you take a look at your new work opportunities. There will be either new love in your life or love will leave you if it's not working. New opportunities, education. Some areas are going to think about marriage. There's opportunity for increased finances. There are going to be some health challenges, and there are going to be some disciplines that you have to face. They could be work, they could be health, it could be behavior. So it's a very personal year, but it's also a year of growth. I'm going to go to Taurus. So Taurus, let's keep celebrating right now that planet of abundance in your sign. Hopefully it hasn't hit your waistline or prompted you to overdo in any area of your life. Spend too much money, eat too much food. See, Jupiter is the great benefactor, but it's abundant and it expands, and that could expand your waistline too. But it has allowed you multiple financial opportunities and the ability to release debt, to reinvest. And when Jupiter moves into Gemini in your money house, whoa, turbocharging. And Uranus is also in Taurus until January 27th. Well, that's going to create some upheavals in your life, but you have been dealing with Uranus in this house for quite a while. You hate change, you don't like upheaval, you don't like drama, and you have been dealing with it for quite a while. This planet will finally leave Taurus in 2025. So Uranus will leave you, the great change planet. Upheavals, sudden happenings, things that are unforeseen. So Taurus has been learning about friends, groups, and associates. Focus has been on trust, compatibility, mutual values, and goals. Neptune in Pisces, well, that's taught you to listen to your intuition. Taurus loves to be practical. They want to be black and white. They want to sound normal. And when their intuition speaks, they don't always listen. As you get older, you'll learn to listen to that intuition because it's never wrong. Pluto's been helping you transform your career, education, and in some cases, relocating you. Family expansions and increases in almost everything in life this year. Education, creative endeavors. Many Taurians will finally get a hand on difficult health issues. It's sort of a once and for all thing. If you've been struggling with weight, if you've been struggling with an incurable, you finally may figure out how to throw something into remission or stop suffering from it. What do you need this year? Determination and discipline. It's a pretty important year. Now, due to the Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, many of you Taurians have come to terms with spirit, intuition, compassion, charity, and the urges to let go of the past. All of these things were growth points over the past 2 or 3 years, but it's kind of hard to try to live your life, build your life, and then be very compassionate, very caring, and listen to your intuition, and take time for the inner world to develop. But you're finally getting there. So with the eclipses, March 25th, habits, routines, health, pets, diet, nutrition, and coworkers. All of these things are focused, streamlined, and reworked, let's say, in your life. Let's take some time this year to schedule doctor visits, tests, dentists. It's time to learn patience, self-trust, listen to your inner thoughts. This is a year to absolutely positively learn about diet and health and food as medicine, vet visits for pets, and love can be serious this year. With all of this disruption, you might meet someone, and because of the unsettled energy, it may go slow, which is great for Taurus. But at the end of the year, end of 2024, you are much more thoughtful and discerning. And that's where you're supposed to be going and growing, Taurus. All right, we're going to talk about Gemini now. Big news, Gemini. On May 25th, Jupiter, the great benefactor, the planet of abundance and expansion and growth and good luck, enters your sign. There are opportunities that will be with you and around you for approximately 1 year. This is when you take advantage of all the good that's coming in your life. There could be some new career opportunities for some of you, and there could be retirement. Other people could retire from something and become entrepreneurs because there's some really creative planets behind this. Some others could find love, marriage, have children. Hopefully all of these things planned. Those Geminis born between May 25th and June 11th are strongly affected by Saturn. What does that mean? Accountability, authority, and some restrictions. You know, restrictions by this planet, Saturn, I call it the parent, because Saturn actually does represent your stronger parent. And we're in a playpen so that we don't get hurt. We're not allowed to touch the stove, or we're restricted in the kitchen so that we don't set the whole damn place on fire or get burned. So sometimes a restriction is a good thing, as long as there's a reason for it, and then you have learning with it. And the same thing happens with this planet. So it sets you up to grow, to build, to reset your foundations, or just recreate new foundations. Those hardworking Geminis who've been striving without reward will finally receive recognition this year. Saturn can also mean commitment, children, marriage, business ownership. And when you commit yourself to whatever goal you've got your mind on, let's just say the universe is going to pay you back big time now. Uranus, is in house 12, and it has been a bag of tricks so far for Gemini. There have been many unforeseen events, many of them disruptive. Some Geminis have had secrets revealed. Remember, Gemini, the twins, you always show one side of yourself, and then there's another side of yourself that keeps hidden. Many Geminis are really good at having dual relationships or private partnerships. And Uranus has sort of opened the door and put a spotlight on all those things that you're trying to keep hidden. And be careful of your hidden life. Don't gossip about others, and don't try to put others down. That's another Gemini trait. Sometimes you put other people down in order to make yourself look better. Oh, this year is not going to be good if you do that. It's going to be a little unsettling. Neptune's been trying to attune you to the intuitive world, the spiritual world, and there's a continued influence there. And what it's trying to do is raise your level of thought, raise your level of vibration. Recognize that as you think, you create, and that everything is a boomerang. If you put out good, it's going to come back to you. If you put out not so good, you're going to get not so good back. So there's Saturn is also called the teacher, so there's some good lessons for you. We have a lunar eclipse on September 17th, and especially when, let's see, the Neptune is retrograde, July 2nd to December 7th. Gemini, listen to your intuition. You're going to be, at that point, you're going to be sort of picking up some pieces from some of those hidden secrets coming out, and you're going to be rebuilding. At that point, you will have the feeling of, I better do this right. We're going to take the high road. Please listen to that intuition, and it'll just guide you in the steps and the people and everything else you might need. So let me put that in one way. This is a little blunt. It's a little bit of a warning. Lying, cheating, stealing, and trying to destroy others in the end, not going to work for you.
Won't work for anybody.
Yeah, really. But some people don't realize that.
Yeah, I know. That's why they try to get away with things, because they don't think they're going to get it back.
Yeah, but you know what? With Gemini this year, they get that warning notice in the early year.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then they get that whammy mid-year. But then if you look at this chart, depending upon what planets are in their charts, they could just do it all over again. They may wait a little, but they'll do it all over again.
Okay.
And that's what worries me about the mutable signs. Sometimes they've got to be hit on the head maybe 2 or 3 times before they figure it out.
Some people do.
I know. But Pluto's strong in your 8th house: birth, death, deep transformation, debt, subconscious thoughts, joint finances, financial security, power struggles are all highlighted. And if you take the high road again, some of these things can be resolved. And these are karmic lessons. What does that mean? I know that sounds crazy spiritual and off the charts. It's very simple. As you think, you create. What you put out, you get back. And it's not that mystical. If I give you a tomato seed and you plant it, you're getting a tomato. Why would you expect a cucumber to come out of it?
That's right.
So I'm going to sort of demystify that, but it is a karmic thing. Children are highlighted, their affairs. The March 25th eclipse early in the year is so creative. So be careful, Gemini, don't get anybody pregnant if you don't want to make babies. April 8th, friends, groups, organizations, people can help you with your career goals, with your status. By September, you'll be promoting your own business, these new friendships. By October 2nd, you're lighter in life. You're having fun. You're participating in sports. Maybe you're dealing with children. There's a little bit of gambling here, too. So there's a little bit of money that you could play with. Gambling doesn't mean going to the track and throwing a bunch of money away. It could mean taking a risk. It could be investing in the stock market. It could be gambling in a relationship. I'm going to take a chance on somebody. So, and this year you will travel and you could marry. And a lot of Geminis are going to start their own businesses. You're so creative this year. And let's find a good way to use that creative mind. Now we're going to go into Cancer. So, now Cancer. 2 eclipses are affecting you strongly, March 25th and October 2nd. They're in Libra, so they are cardinal signs, and they square Cancer. So they kind of challenge you to move and to grow. They occur in your solar 4th house. That's March 25th. October 2nd is in your 10th house. So if you take a look at an astrology chart, I know some people tell me that they are students of astrology now. So for Cancers, the Nadar, which is the bottom of your chart, the 4th house of home, is affected. And then the top of the chart, so it's a straight up and down in the chart. The top of the chart is your career, your social status, authority, and ambition. And those angles also, I had a question, somebody emailed me. That also represents the home, the mother, and the father. The dominant parent is the 10th house, and the mother, it's usually the mother in the 4th house, but And especially now, maybe the mother's the dominant parent. But whoever is the most dominant is affected by 10, and the fourth house is the parent who takes care of home, family. So there are some responsibilities here, Cancer. It could be that maybe you're taking care of family. Maybe you have new relatives in. If you're a landlord, maybe you have new tenants. You could have kids moving in, moving out. There could be engagements and marriages as well as, unfortunately, as well as divorces. So a kid could be moving back in because of a separation. The lunar eclipse on September 17th stimulates your higher mind and travel. Many have been tied up with legal or financial issues. You're waiting on money, you're trying to resolve a case. This year could finally bring resolution. Some Cancers are going to make major decisions that are life-altering. And what inspires that? The ninth house, the higher mind. Your destiny speaks. Your soul awakens. Your goals, your ambitions change. I say, when I see these aspects, destiny takes your hands. There are some shortfalls here. You might have to still handle health issues. You might have to change your travel budgets. You might be moving, or you might be spending money on fixing your home. And it probably might start out little, and then it could get bigger. And that's okay, because there's also some money coming in here too. And that could be from some of these settlements that people have been waiting on. Some people will study, have new interests, spiritual experiences, cultural experiences. If you've been on a fence with love, well, this year is going to test you and ground you. You're either going to go with it or you're going to toss it right out the window, because here's the good thing. You're not going to have time for nonsense. And you're going to see the truth of relationships. So that's a good thing. The last eclipse in October will let you get rid of anyone and anything that doesn't support you. See, Cancers are ruled by the moon. They're very caring, so they have to be careful about who drains their energy, who takes away from them, who creates emotional drama, because that's going to take away from their health. And you're not supposed to have that. This year, you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to have more health, more peace, happier home. So, for those Cancers who are spiritual, you will explore the depths of your intuitions, dreams, communications with the other side. So it's a fabulous year for growth. You could experience unique psychic energies that fascinate or awaken you. You can feel karmic forces that help you release situations that no longer serve you. Stomach and digestive issues are highlighted due to prolonged stress. Healing will follow. You've been dealing and dancing with destiny for a long time. And this is the year when you're finally going to kind of let go and go with the flow. It's as if you were meant to accomplish a certain amount of growth in this year. And if you've been stuck in the past, like 2023, this year you're going to make up for lost time. Any long-term health issues, I loved this Pluto aspect. If you've been suffering for long-term health issues with no resolve, this is the year that could bring a very happy resolution and healing. You might have to remold and remodel and change your mindset, maybe your diet, maybe your health patterns, sleep patterns, maybe where you live or how you live, or even the people you live with. But anything that has been holding you back, any entanglements, any lack of resolve, any time that you put others before you and you're not getting anything back, Pluto is going to take care of that this year. And it's going to be a done deal. We're going to see 2025 bring a lot of Cancers out and about. And a lot of them are talented and gifted. So Cancer, you've got a very important year ahead of you. You've got a lot of growth coming.
That's all very interesting, and some of it I could resonate with.
You see it coming, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're with Leo. Leo, well, you guys naturally rule the fifth house. What is that house? Children, romance, play, imagination, fun. Leos love to have fun. The sign Leo, sometimes we call them the life of the party. Well, Leo, you could fall in love this year. You could get married. You could move in with a significant other. And you could also experience pregnancy. You could adopt or buy a pet. Your 10th house of career and status is sort of boosted. Why? Because you have Uranus. Uranus shakes everything up, awakens, tosses out the old, makes way for the new. And Jupiter. Jupiter's the planet of good fortune, and it's making way for growth through disruption and change. See, Uranus will disrupt the status quo, but don't get yourself in a dither here, because Jupiter is saying, listen, maybe you have not been cooperative, moving forward fast enough, letting go of the right things. So the universe comes in, shakes it up, tosses it out, and says, go ahead, now you can play. And that's precisely what you're going to be doing this year. Those unexpected shakeups force us to be creative, and it moves us in a new direction, and that's what's going on. When Jupiter moves into Gemini this year, many of you will be manifesting your wildest dreams and wishes. Personally, professionally, socially, educationally, you're going to shine in 2024. Pluto urges you to organize your finances, your daily habits, in your work life and in your personal life. There are some Leos that need a health makeover, sort of a commitment to better personal habits. Many Leos will fulfill travel wishes, both at work and leisure. Retirement, job changes, entrepreneurial opportunities strongly affect Leos. Those Leos born July 27th through through August 22nd, are going to be having an awful lot of those work changes. Leos born between July 23rd and August 24th are going to have a lot of changes with friends, charities, social organizations, and groups. Also, for the latter Leo, take a look at what you're spending and saving. Manage debt, be conservative with funds. September 17th, an eclipse could bring in a sum of money or better financial opportunities. November asks you to cooperate with partners in resolving relationship or work issues. If you own a business this year, well, make sure you take care of others. Make sure you take care of your employees. Everybody has benefits, and everybody's voice is being heard. Pluto's it's a tough planet. It's a demanding planet, and you have to be aware, and you have to make changes. Now, specifically, I mentioned health. Now, fitness and nutrition, food is medicine, is constantly going to come up in front of you. So think about food as medicine, not drugs, food as medicine. If there are long-held resentments here, if anger flares up, that's telling you there are emotions here that need to be healed. And please be aware this year of Mercury retro periods. Why? Because it's possible some Leos may buy new cars or trucks this year. You might be investing in new homes, big equipment pieces. And when Mercury is backwards, that's going to cause problems. Expect more interactions in community with siblings, also more education, travel, and an interest in philosophy and spirit. That's a highlight. Now, let me tell you about Mercury retrograde for a little bit here, since Leo is one of the signs that's really going to be affected by it. We're in it right now. It's December 13th as we're taping this show. 15th. Good morning. Thanks, Chris. So
Sorry.
No, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, we didn't want to give out misinformation now.
That's right. Misinformation. So I had my head on the Mercury. So on December 13th, and we're on December 15th right now, the Mercury went backwards. So our first Mercury retrograde in 2023 is December 13th to January 1st, 2024, which is why it's included in this 2024 prediction, because we will just be coming out of a Mercury retrograde. And it does cause chaos. It did a good job today. We had a good time. And when the Mercury goes forward or backwards, there's a period of time that we call the shadow, the pre-shadow. So although it starts to turn to its normal rotation on January 1st, for the next about 3 weeks, you're going to kind of feel little influences. What I tend to see is that everything that got messed up will start to get fixed over the next 3 weeks. And we felt this Mercury retrograde coming. It began on December 13th, and we're sort of in the last day of the chaos. As it turns backward, as it turns forward, you're going to have 2 days around it that are a little crazy. And so do not buy cars, mechanical things, big ticket items, plasma TVs, cameras, anything with moving parts that could get messed up. Be careful with your schedule. You plan it too tight. It takes me an hour to get there, so I'll give it an hour. You better give it 2 hours. You're going to forget things like I did today. Mm-hmm. You're going to walk out without your keys or your bag or money or your notebook or whatever you might need for work or for a project. You're going to the theater, you leave the tickets home. Although I guess we don't carry tickets anymore, right? But I do. I don't like those scanny things. But anyway.
The old-fashioned.
The old-fashioned. I like the old way. So here we go. I'll give that to you one more time. December. Oh, miscommunication, too. You might say, oh, I love your red sweater. And the other person might hear, you don't look good in red. It happens. I can't explain it. It just does. So for 2024, the retrograde that begins December 13, 2023, will carry into January 1st, 2024, April 1st to April 24th, August 4th to August 27th, and November 25th to December 15th. One of the big retros this year is Saturn. It's going to retro June 17th till November 4th. Neptune is going to retro from July 2nd to December 7th. And there's a couple of other retrogrades here that I already mentioned. And I want to mention one more thing while we're talking about it. This year, on April 20th, you're going to have the Jupiter and Uranus in conjunction. So you're going to have the great disruptor conjunct the great benefactor. So any shakeups, anything that upsets you around, well, it hits on the 20th. So think about a month before and a month after. It's happening for your own good. It's waking you up and shaking you up and creating opportunities where you might not have been able to have the power on your own to create them, to see them, to acknowledge them. So that's a sort of a special happening this year. Yet we're going to take the baby and throw it out with the bathwater. But from that, we're going to have a good time with it, and you're going to have great opportunities come to you. All right. So now we're going to talk about Virgo. So when I looked at this solar chart, the Saturn in Pisces stood out to me. Why? Because Virgo, on one end of the chart, the opposition is Saturn. So the Saturn is sitting in the 7th house of partnerships. Now that's marital partnerships and business. And let me say this about marital partnerships too. These days, you could have a life partner, you could live with someone. That's all still going to be 7th house. That's not a romance. A romance is a flirtation that builds to a commitment. And we could have multiple romances that don't hit that 7th house. But once you are truly partnered with someone, living with them, married to them, it used to mean in astrology a legal contract. But the way the planets are moving, you could see that Uranus points to unconventional relationships. You know if you're in a committed relationship or not. So the Saturn is in Pisces, and it's in the 7th house of business and marital partners or life partners. And Virgo, you could be a little bit of magic at this time. You're having a very positive effect on others. The lunar eclipse on September 17th falls in this 7th house. So travel, reunions, reuniting with coworkers or friends or family, people at a distance, foreigners, all of these things are highlighted. And you're sort of very charismatic, very positive, very powerful at this time. It's a great year to network. Jupiter enters Gemini on May 25th in your 10th house, bringing a lot of promotion, status, good luck, important meetings, important people, as well as new job opportunities. There could be opportunities for more money and long-distance travel. Many Virgos have been learning lessons about love and relationships. Why? They're getting ready for Jupiter and Pluto to exit their signs. Jupiter is going to be going into Gemini. Pluto is going to be going into Aquarius. Now, not for good. Pluto is going to go into Aquarius, and then it's going to come back out, go into Capricorn. And then at the end of the year, Capricorn, you are free of the great transformer. And then Aquarius, no. Then you guys get this planet that digs deep, kind of shoves everything out that's been buried underneath. It's really good at deep-rooted psychological nonsense. And it's going to renew you. It's going to create a new world, a new life. Some of you guys have had temporary relationships. This year, you're going to have good relationships. You're not going to keep people in your world that don't support you. Many Virgos are going to adopt pets. You know, your sign rules the solar sixth house, which rules pets. You're getting ready for significant love. And sometimes I see Virgos adopt a pet, learn how to take care of the pet, and then they find love. The pet sort of changes their habits and routines and allows someone else's energy into your life. Pluto peeks into the sixth house on January 20th, but then returns to Capricorn on September 1st. For the last time, it's going to teach you how to let go. I mentioned it before. I said Pluto's going into Aquarius, and then it's going to go back into Capricorn. So January 20th, it peaks in. On September 1st, for the last time, it's going to go into Capricorn. Did you ever wonder why you put up with situations that didn't suit you for so long? Why you stay with people who never give you what you deserve? Why we put up with so much nonsense from certain people? And then you finally let them go and you turn around and you go, what the heck did I stay there for? That's a Pluto lesson. That's that deep psychological garbage that says, you know, you're worth more. And that's what you Virgos are going to be learning about. In the interim, you'll be working on making more money, more security. You're going to feel a new self-confidence. You're going to have new work. You might learn how to self-promote. You're going to develop powerful connections in work and in love as part of this new coming year. Okay. Long-term feuds, relationships, difficulties. Well, you can resolve them this year. I love that aspect. There might be new medical people coming into your life to enhance your health. Natural remedies and spirituality are very important for you to becoming the best you. This is a powerful year for Virgo. It's a wonderful time to explore your subconscious blocks through meditation or therapy, and then to eliminate them. Release some old patterns and learn freedom from fear. Don't overthink. Oh my God, you guys drive me nuts. You think and overthink. Do you know when you think too much, you don't know? You can't know if you keep thinking. Knowing comes from a deep place inside. Some Virgos will be divorcing, unfortunately, by the end of 2024, but if you've been putting up with all this garbage, good for you.
Better off.
Absolutely. Freedom and peace. There's nothing better than that. Mm-hmm. So, Libra. Well, starting with that March 25th lunar eclipse, this year pushes you into the spotlight. You become a little more self-aware. So your appearance, your self-care, how others perceive you, the type of clothing you want to wear, losing weight, exercising, buying new styles, anything personal is going to change for the better. Your business relationships are heating up, your community affairs, well, there might be increased involvement. You're going to feel stronger, smarter. You're ready to be more visible in life. Jupiter in Gemini, which goes in on March 25th, can bring more money, better opportunities, more travel, and more fun. Libra likes to have fun. Your Venus ruled. Be careful with money and pay attention to health, mind, body, spirit health. This is a very strong year for wonderful renewal there. Time to renew your home, clean out the clutter, and pay attention to Mercury retrograde with important documents. Many Libras are going to consolidate debt, look into insurances, mortgages, etc. So make sure that we're not in a Merc retro, or if we are, then don't sign any documents or buy insurance policies until we're out of it. Workplace changes are strong this year. A lot of Libras left jobs, or recreating the work environment, starting businesses. There are people, like-minded people in your community that you might be networking with. You've been hyper aware of money, credit, debt. So I think you're going to be cleaning an awful lot up this year. You might resolve some of that debt. Listen to your intuition and explore job offers and promotion. Lucky Libra, you could win at games of chance this year. So take private time, long baths, read books, study, meditation, anything that allows for self-reflection. Positive change, a sense of fun and joy lie ahead. Remember, eclipses are opportunities for growth, so don't fear them. So much activity in the spring, especially around your 8th house. Medical, legal people, mentors are all helping you in life. September 17th, that highlights your health again. Also pets, habits, co-workers, environment. Reorganize your work, clean out your house. Some people also with this aspect, this is a return to work. I would imagine there are going to be a lot of people post-COVID going back into offices. October 2nd, travel, wishes, fun, personal, professional, happiness, and fulfillment. So if you notice, some of the things I'm saying in the signs are also showing you post-COVID energy. We're cleaning up debt. We are watching our finances because everything is so much more expensive. We might be returning to work. A lot of people are going to go into their own businesses. So there might be some support for that. Scorpio. We're still celebrating Jupiter and Taurus on your 7th house, Scorpio. May 25th highlights the 8th house, but first, let's talk about 7. Good fortune could have come your way through partners in life and in work, and that's going to continue for another 6 months. Uranus has held residence for a couple of years and brought some unexpected events into your life. It's also hard to predict what partners are thinking and doing. Some of your partners are doing things behind your back, and that is going to come out. Now, it doesn't mean that it's got to be terrible, but maybe they've been investing or doing or privately thinking about things that they're going to be sharing with you in 2024. Love, oh boy. I love the 5th house this year. Saturn, Neptune. It's time for creativity. It's time to take up an instrument, begin to write, begin to journal, get tickets for things in entertainment, spend time with your children. Some Scorpios are going to make a baby. Love could come for you or your family members. Maybe you have kids that are looking for love. Are you moving or changing neighborhoods? New work opportunities could come. All of these changes will inspire interest in your energy or your health. Maybe you move to a new office. Maybe you're promoted. Maybe you start your own business. But this year, you're so creative. I say dream your dream, and it could evolve. There's a desire here for more family harmony. And if you've stepped back in your family and you let a partner take the lead, or if you have been uninvolved because you've been busy elsewhere, this is the year to step back in and figure out what everybody's been doing. Usually Scorpios are strongholds in the family, and it is time for you to recognize that there have been some things going on with your partners, with your children, with your family, where you want to help them get it right, help them clear it up, expand. Your influence will be a positive opportunity for them. You're receiving some favor until May of 2024. After that, great news for you or your family about love, weddings, engagements, and pregnancies are here. Now, the 8th house, this influences and helps you manage debt, money. And after May 25th, maybe a big sum of money. Inheritance, the sale of a property, a windfall, you could be looking for that. Uranus in Taurus creates changes with advisors and consultant. There might be a little stress here. It can get a little explosive or a little political, a little volatile. That's showing you also there will be political changes in the country. Some people will take it personally. You guys have new social lives, new activities, some very spiritual happenings too. You are captured by creativity and mystery. Scorpio loves a mystery. Secrets, psychic experiences, healing, and recovery are all part of the theme that say, Scorpio, let go of the past and let's move into the future. Sagittarius, well, partnerships and growth are important in 2024. There's a highlight with business and new opportunities. And it shows that you're going to enjoy a lot of the things that come into your life this year, Sag. May 25th, Jupiter goes into Gemini. That is going to be in your 7th house. It's excellent for both work and personal partnerships. Some Sages who, by the way, we are the bachelors of the zodiac. Believe it or not, Sages could meet life mates. That's pretty scary for a Sagittarian because they love their freedom. But with Saturn and Neptune in the 4th house of your home, you're looking for peace. You may change your home base this year. Expect a renovation or a move. In April, an eclipse falls in your 5th house of romance, and it says, take a risk. So you get your house in order, and then suddenly you're starting to think about love. Jupiter in the 5th house can add more fun and entertainment, as well as pregnancies and new pets. To a Sag, pets are their babies or their children. The 6th house, we learn how to rest and prioritize, new health routines and exercise. We're learning and growing about health. 2024 brings excitement and creativity, partnerships in business, true love. It's kind of crazy for a Sag when I'm sitting and reading it going, boy, that's a lot. Home and family, roots, foundations, and parents, these are all highlighted. If you do move, definitely better a better home.
Gig.
Yeah, better digs. Those Sages born between December 9th and December 20th. You have a lot of unpredictable things here. There might be some layoffs, some pay cuts, some firings. Be careful, Sag. No affairs, no gossip, no drama. Sag tends to be very creative, so soothe yourself by using more art, crafts, music to heal. Don't get pulled in to trying to heal others' thoughts. Don't try to heal other people, because then you're going to be the one who gets caught in the drama. Your attitude towards transformation is key here. As far as finances, pay off debt, save, release yourself from poverty mentality. Some of the planets, the way they've been hitting Sagittarius, there's such a fear of poverty. A lot of it's political. But that's sort of a mindset, and it does show it to be rather etheric rather than in reality. There are going to be some changes in friendships. You're going to be interested in being with more like-minded people. There is a desire for romance, for entertainment, for education, sports, outdoor adventures. What a creative year, Sag. Just go and enjoy this. And if you're married by the end of the year, don't blame me. Capricorn.
Right.
Wow. 2 cardinal signs, 2 cardinal eclipses. First of all, what are we highlighting? Career and ambition. That's music to a Cappy's ears. There are a lot of issues and responsibilities with family, with domestic changes. There have been many life-changing events, and they're going to continue this year. A lot of Capricorns are taking care of relatives that are not feeling well at the moment, or children. There are a lot of responsibilities with parents, children, even siblings are highlighted. Many Cappies are putting their lives back together from a few years back when he had so many major planets that moved through Capricorn together. That was wild. It was like 6 major planets. The good news is you're ready to leave the past behind and you're ready to grow forward. Now you're ready to embrace new work, new business, new money, new romance, and new travel. Holy smokes. You can be lucky this year in attracting a very positive love. There'll be downtime, there'll be fun, travel, you just could meet somebody either very spiritual, very lighthearted, very loving. Very different from what Capricorn is usually focused on. Don't forget to focus on you and your health. You know, your confidence has been beat up a little bit. And that new love could sort of help you put yourself back together. You focus on your health, And if you feel love and support this year, you could be a brand new person by the end of the year. Your third house is so active in 24. Think neighborhood, think moving, community, siblings, neighbors. There's so much to sort out. Keep your eye on your mail. Return your correspondences on time. If you've had new mailing addresses, make sure that you're getting all your mail properly. And be careful in love, too. You know, I just looked back at something. I didn't write this down. Be careful about unplanned pregnancy. Capricorn, you can meet very unusual, progressive, spiritual, and sort of wise partners. And since you're ruled by Saturn, you're used to being the wise one. But, let's see. You're going to explore spirit in the unseen world. You're going to release people that are toxic or whatever might be toxic. You're going to feel joy coming back into your world. You're going to recover. You're going to be, moving, divorcing, dealing with death, but in a positive, powerful way. And then what happens? Music to your ears, professional opportunity, achievement, growth, and money this year. Aquarius, oh boy, Aquarius. Pluto, it's on its last legs in Capricorn this year, and it's going to come and see you. Here's a taste of Pluto. January 20th, you get a taste of what's to come. The great transforming tiny little planet. It's going to be with you until September 1st. And then it goes back into Capricorn until November 19th. But it stays with you, Aquarius, until 2043. It is the slowest moving planet in the zodiac. Pluto in Aquarius, transforming your world. And you know what? Ours, too. It's going to transform the United States of America. And I'll tell you why in a minute here. So the American Constitution was written in 1787. And it began operating in 1789 when Pluto was in Aquarius. Welcome back, America.
Wow.
Yeah,
That sounds powerful.
that is very powerful. It was written under this transit. So Aquarius rules freedom. It rules everything that is America. Opportunity. Any little man could become someone great.
Hey, anybody can become president, apparently.
Yeah. So it will, Pluto in Aquarius is going to transform the United States of America. Now, here's something interesting. It will be with us until September 1st. Then it retrogrades back into Capricorn on November 19th. And just think about an election. We're going to have a presidential election. So I think the taste of America for a few months is going to be moving out there. I think more political nonsense is going to be uncovered. But anyway, that's about the United States. Let me go back to Aquarius here. You're getting going in the wrong direction.
I'll be Aquarius and then another one in number
Pisces, yeah. Yep. So
hurry.
yeah, you're moving and you're growing into nicer homes. Good changes in family, home, foundations. Jupiter and Gemini in the 5th house. New love, new kids, more fun, travel, creative, business opportunities. New financial plans for more security and better money management. You're starting a home-based business maybe in a newly renovated home. You're having a new baby. Could be 2 feet or 4 feet. Your intuition is very high January through May. Be responsible with finances. There's a new household budget that might come into play. Some money goes towards education or business building. You might buy a new car. September brings new money or partners. Some family members could be stressed through health, romantic problems, or work-related losses. Uranus in the 4th house brings unexpected repairs or expenses. Okay. Financial security grows, spiritual growth this year. You can be very tired at times, too. You have to be careful that planet kind of wears you out. You're realizing the spiritual side of prosperity and of life. In 2008, you were hiding things, your talents, your abilities, things that you held back, things that you couldn't have. Now life and passion return. You'll emerge aware and strong. There'll be more travel, pleasure, writing. Also, legal matters will need to be taken care of in a positive way. There's education, there's learning, and there's coming out of the shadows. Now, Pisces, Saturn's in Aquarius in your solar first house. That always means you're managing responsibilities. Pay attention to your health, work, sleep, and stress cycles. You're being forced to be creative while being a little restricted at the same time. Your ruler sits in the fifth house of fun, love, romance, and children. You might inherit money or win some. Partnerships are highlighted for extra income. Home and family, you have to deal with restrictions and health concerns. Travel, new neighbors, and changes in neighborhoods. There's a lot of communication here. New friends and partnerships to come. Pay attention to your mental health. Clean out the cobwebs. Stay calm. Redecorate your home. New landscaping and renovation. Enjoy growth and expansion with new friends and neighbors. You might be fixing your home. You might be making changes in yourself and the way you look. Take a look at your relationships. What do you want in people? What do you want for yourself? And let go. Let go. Don't keep them hanging around of anyone or anything that doesn't align with you. You're going to have to learn technology this year. All forms of writing, communication, and technology are highlighted. And Uranus will add in some frustrations. You might have canceled plans, weather issues. Schedules can be upset here and there. Your intuition grows. Protect yourself from negativity and people will take advantage of you. There's more soul searching ahead. And be careful with debt. Reduce it. Okay.
In a nutshell, the country.
Oh, the country.
What can we just, in a nutshell, expect how the country's going to do next year?
The American Constitution is highlighted by this Pluto in Aquarius. All of a sudden, all of those values start to rise in common consciousness. This document was written in 1787, operating in 1789, when Pluto was in Aquarius. It was in Aquarius from 1778
It was the start of the country, and so we're going to kind of...
America comes back.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have wonderful holidays, and take care, and that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
That's all, folks.
We both look good there.